Progressive muscle relaxation, tension and release cycles for 4 muscle groups. This is to follow the previous sessions for 16 and 7 muscle groups. In this session, we'll be combining the previous 7 muscle groups and distilling them into even fewer groups so that the practice will go by in a more efficient manner. Combining more muscle groups does mean that you will need to be more skilled and controlled at being able to tense and release all of the muscles in that group. I'm going to be asking you to pay very careful attention to the feelings of relaxation that appear in various muscle groups, the 4 muscle groups that we'll go through. I'll be asking you to notice feelings of relaxation so that we can be assured that each muscle group becomes deeply relaxed. I'll be asking you to tense the muscles by giving you the cue, tense now. As with the previous recordings for 16 and 7 muscle groups, I'll also be playing a chime that sounds like this. Another important point to remember is that I'll be asking you to release the tension you build up in these muscle groups immediately on my cue. The cue will be, now release the tension. Don't let the tension dissipate gradually. For example, when you've been tensing the muscles in the right hand and right lower arm, I'll ask you to relax, and when I do, I'd like you to completely and immediately release all the tension that's present in the right hand and lower arm. Do not gradually open the hand, but let all the tension go at the same time. Once we have relaxed a group of muscles, there is, as always, some advantage in not moving that group of muscles again. Don't be afraid to move, but don't make any unnecessary movements during the session. Let's begin. Close your eyes and allow yourself to keep them closed throughout the session as long as it's comfortable. We will begin by training with the hand, forearm, and biceps on both sides of your body at the same time. I'll ask you to tense these muscles in your right and left hands, lower arms, and upper arms by making fists, pushing your elbows on both sides down to the chair, flexing your biceps, feeling the tension in your hands, over the knuckles, and into the lower arms and upper arms. Tense now. Notice the tension. Now, release the tension. Notice how the pull of the muscle contractions fade, letting the muscles sink and release, focusing on the feelings of these muscles as they relax completely. Moving on to the muscles in the face, neck, and throat, I'll ask you to scrunch your forehead muscles, scrunch up your cheeks and your nose, pulling the corners of your mouth back and clenching your jaw. You should feel tension in the forehead, cheeks, nose, and jaw. At the same time, pull your cheek downwards towards your chest while trying to prevent it from actually touching your chest, squeezing the muscles of the front part of your neck against the back part of your neck. Tense now. Notice the tension. Now, release the tension. Notice how the pull of the muscle contractions fade, letting the muscles sink and release, and focusing on the feelings of the muscles as they relax completely. We'll move to the muscles of the chest and shoulder, the upper back, and the abdomen. I'll ask you to inhale and hold the breath as you tense the muscles, and exhale when you release the tension. We're going to combine quite a few muscles here, as I mentioned, so I'll ask you to tense these muscles by taking a deep breath, holding it, and at the same time, pulling your shoulder blades together by pulling your shoulders back and trying to make the shoulder blades touch. Make your abdomen hard as if you were going to get hit in the stomach. You should feel significant tension in your chest, shoulders, and upper back at the same time. Breathe in and tense now. Notice that tension. Now, release the tension, exhaling out your breath. Notice how the pull of the muscle contractions fade, letting the muscles sink and release, and focusing on the feelings of the muscles as they relax completely. We'll move on to the muscles of the legs and feet, tensing and releasing both your left and right legs together. I'll ask you to tense these muscles by squeezing the thighs, squeezing the calves, and pulling the toes of both feet upwards toward your head. Tense now. Notice that tension. Now, release the tension. Notice how the pull of the muscle contractions fade, letting the muscles sink and release, and focusing on the feelings of the muscles as they relax completely. We've now relaxed the muscles in your arms and hands. Allow them to continue relaxing. We've relaxed the muscles in your face and neck. Go on allowing them to remain deeply relaxed. We've relaxed the muscles of your chest, shoulders, upper back, and abdomen. Allow these muscles now to become even more deeply relaxed. We've relaxed the muscles of your legs and feet, just allowing these muscles now to remain deeply and completely relaxed. Allow yourself to sit with this feeling of relaxation, noticing it throughout your entire body. Nearing the end of this practice now, I will start to count backwards from 4 to 1, and with each count, I'll ask you to bring some awareness back into your body. 4. Begin to wiggle the toes, the feet, and the legs. 3. Bring awareness and movement to the fingers, hands, and arms. 2. Bring that awareness up to your stomach and chest. And 1. Bringing awareness to the neck, the head, and then gently opening your eyes, feeling calm and relaxed, as if you're waking up from a brief nap. I encourage you, as always, to reflect on your practice, noticing how relaxed you feel now, if there were any difficulties you encountered during the exercise, if there were any challenging thoughts, emotions, or other feelings that you experienced, or anything else you'd like to note or change for your next practice.